to carrying out is basically less than 1/10 of 1% of what they're capable of.
Correct.
If they spent on what they've just run the full-page ads in the newspapers from day one in them wetlands, that wouldn't look like that.
Don't forget about the millions of dollars on commercials.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the commercials.
Absolutely.
And the healthcare. I mean, if they spent a tenth of what they did for
More
paying for some of the old doctor bills.
On that heavyweight glossy material paper, oh yeah.
In respecting the agenda and our time, would you like to move into the next scheduled event, which is the affected residents count? So anyone? Yes?
I have one question.
Sure.
Someone said that they were distributing this in different places throughout the county.
Yes.
Do we have specific information on where that is so I can go get some video of it?
I give you exact places.
Are these the EQ licensed waste disposal ponds?
Never got an answer. 5 emails, never answered.
There is some information about emergency permits being issued to be able to deal with the waste, because obviously it had to be dealt with. So they were done very quickly. Yes?
I have a short question. I know, I lived up here off and on for over 20 years, and I know that every so often, I'm not sure what the length of time is, Conway, Corporate Engineers and Ganger Fish, they do a drawdown of the lake, completely dry. My question is, Exxon's saying that this oil, this tar sands crap we're talking about, isn't dangerous, that it's not in the quote lake, which we know it is. When this drawdown happens, and I think it's going to be happening probably in the next year or so, because I think it's like once every 10 years, will we be able to see this oil that's supposed to be going to the bottom that's sitting there? Will it be there?
I don't have a crystal ball. I cannot tell you.
But what I'm saying is, if it is, that right there answers the question as to whether Exxon is lying to everybody about the oil basically being in the lake.
I don't think it's the visible oil that I'm so worried about. I think it's those light colored materials that are in the oil.
Okay.
And we already know are in Farm Creek and Arkansas River.
Yeah, we can look at what's happened in other areas, and we can know that oil does not easily biodegrade. It has been in the environment for hundreds of thousands of years. That's why they're still able to extract it, and we can use it for energy sources. So it doesn't just go away. And from what I understand, as long as it continues to remain, it continues to emit toxins. So there are long-term.
You can poke a stick where the Exxon Valdez happened 30 years later, and it still comes up. And that wasn't tar sands bitumen. That was just crude oil. This might be here 60 years from now.
So, yeah, I mean, we need to keep this in media. We need to keep ourselves in. We need not to just roll over and stuff. So are y'all ready to do the resident count? I don't have necessarily a list of who's here that wants to speak, but if you are here and you do feel as though you've been affected and you'd like to come up and speak, this is your opportunity to do so. Sure. You want to hear you probably want to use those. I know we've had a discussion with a number of the residents. Some of them don't feel comfortable speaking out in public, that they might be targeted or would have a long-lasting effect on their ability to receive financial compensation for their damages. Laws that we do have here that are willing to speak out in public about their experiences. And again, you know, if there's anyone else here that's in the audience that has been affected that wants to share information, I certainly encourage you to do so. And I'm just going to let you start. Ladies first.
All right.
Okay.
Well, this is just exactly what happened. It has affected lethal plants, animals, including aquatic life. I have noticed since this spill occurred that there are more of an abundance of aquatic life on my property, directly from the lake, from water snakes to snapping turtles to bullfrogs. Way way more than normal in the 28 years that I've lived there. I honestly believe that is a sign from nature telling us something is really wrong here. Letting my children go fishing, much less eating what they catch, will never happen again. Unfortunately, my children's normal way of life, from fishing to hunting to playing in the mud and splashing through puddles of water, is forever gone. Now, null and void of activities they love so much. Our wetlands are destroyed along with the habitats of many animals, and it's getting worse as I'm speaking now. Our environment will suffer for many years to come. The areas where the tar sands have reached will become a sight for sore eyes, a ghost town to what we all knew before this happened. Devastation will be everywhere, as more animals, aquatic life, plants, trees, farmlands, and habitats die off from the chemical exposure.
Oh, I didn't prepare anything. I live about 300 yards from the ruptured site, on the back side of it. Since day one, we haven't seen Exxon, we haven't heard from any city officials, and we haven't been evacuated. Me and my wife both have experienced some different illnesses such as headaches, nausea. I had a pass out experience during the first week. She's now taking an inhaler. I'm having to take medicine for nausea. I'm having burning in my stomach. My grandkids, one of them was sent home the first week from nausea from school. She practices softball right there at the school. Nothing's been done. They haven't moved us. They haven't asked us if we need to leave or anything. And we're still sick, and nobody is doing anything.